They hurt.
Oh yeah.
They hurt right now, right?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
How
they
you
You
doing?
hurt.
tried to tell him.
Oh, I tried to tell you. Hey, tried to tell you, right?
Speak on the news you're talking about right now, Coach.
Well, I'm just getting into the office this beautiful, wonderful morning because I had some things to attend to, some verbiage to make sure it's enunciated and pronunciated correctly. And yeah, we just landed a well. We just landed. You can't get no better than that. It's the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
Everybody say what you need. You need what? Oh, you need offensive lineman to
Yes,
protect your
sir.
quarterback and to run the ball successfully. So you go out and get the best one in the business.
Right. And you
And
you said starters cost. Starters are not on sale.
yeah, right. Well, first of all, this is a high school young man, which is phenomenal. And he and his uncle, this young man wasn't uh, his initiative wasn't not about business. His initiative was about development, was about being in an atmosphere that he's conducive with. You got to understand his upbringing, where he's from, track who he is and how he became who he is right now. And then you understand the connectivity. We don't sell no dreams. We don't sell no visions. We are who we are. We straight up, and those type of things are the things that win kids over.
Yeah. Talk about can you talk about the importance of getting high school players in and how they can help build your program as far as being the foundation and help the culture and stuff like that.
Well, our way has traditionally been with guys in the portal. That's how we really build who we are and what we have in house. High school kids have nationally gotten the short end of the stick
Yeah.
because it's thousands of kids in the portal and they're older, they're more mature. You got film on them, you got a track record on them, you got plays on them playing against college competition. So that's oftentimes a free agent, like in the pros, is more appetizing than a draft choice because a draft choice needs development. But when you're able to come across, Travis Hunter, out of high school, or Dylan Edwards, or some of these kids, even Kamani, even some of these kids that has those intangibles, man, you go get it. You go get it because instantly, if they have their whole mind and their life together, you can see instant success from these young men. Because some of these kids are once in a lifetime type kids, man. And we're praying that the big fella is as well.
Yes, yes. With so many players in the portal, what's the process to evaluate them so quickly to try to get them through your coach's eyes, and then get the offers out so fast before the signing day end of the signing day period?
Well, you evaluate what you need, what you want, and is it a portal kid? Is it a high school kid? What is it? Is it a graduate assistant? Not a graduate assistant, a grad transfer, or is it just a kid in the portal? Because grad transfers are older, they're much more mature, they're much more developed. They understand they ain't got but 1 or 2 years. I got to get it, and it's more of a serious nature from these young men. When you're dealing with just transfers in the portal, you got to find out the who, the what, the when, the where, the how, and why. Why you got in the portal? Who are you right now? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What is your why? You got to find out all these intangibles, and that requires a lot of homework from the staff that we have here in Boulder. And then the high school kids, how do they fit? Are
Yeah.
they mature? How long you think this developmental process is? Okay, if you're heavy with seniors, say in our secondary, we have seen juniors that's getting ready to be seniors. Now you could take a shot at a high school kid because the urgency for him to play is not as severe because you already have sound guys in front of him. So you could take your time with that kid and truly take your time and develop him and not put him out there on the field prematurely. But we got a plan. We've always stuck to the plan, coaches included. And I want to thank all the coaches. I've been getting hit by a plethora of coaches, man, from all around the country, even pro coaches that are calling me for their friends that are in college that was at the pro game. I appreciate it. But you got to understand, when you see a move made with a coach going somewhere else or whatever, I've already made a move.
Mm-hmm.
So that move is already anticipated, and I've already made another move. I'm not going to get caught in the dark. I'm never going to get caught blind, and I'm never going to make a decision based off emotions. We're not going to do that. So I appreciate all the ads and them trying to reach out to me. I don't know how some of these people got my phone number. I really don't, but I take my time and I really tell them the process. And I'm ecstatic that they wanted to coach alongside of this wonderful staff, but we've already made those moves. We just hadn't announced all the moves we made. That's probably why they're still inquiring.
Mm-hmm. Coach, let me ask you this, brother. In football, in the game, they'll tell you the biggest jump for a team is week 1 to week 2. Mm-hmm. When you're building your staff, now you're in your second year, are you looking for that same kind of philosophy that, okay, we had staff 1, now I'm going to staff 2. There should be some acceleration here. Expectation goes up.
Yeah, most definitely. Expectation is the key word, because we know what we have in-house. We know what we're going to get out of the portal. We know what we're going to get out of high school. It's pretty much ain't going to be no surprises. We just don't say nothing. We let y'all do your thing and act crazy and say what we don't have and say what we let you do your thing. We just sit back and say, okay, all right, watch this. And pretty much maybe one a day. We're going to give it to you one a day that you can handle. Okay, this was the entree. This was the entree, all right? But I promise you it's going to be probably one a day. We're going to release to you, let you see what we're building. Not what we're trying to build, but what we are truly building.
So all of that is strategic. It's not just off the whim. It's strategic on how these guys are announced.
Yes. Because honestly, you got to understand, these guys want their due, man. They want their just due. They work their butts off. They're phenomenal collegiate as well as high school players, and they want their day to breathe, man. They want, you don't sign 10 guys in one day and then you get it's crowded, it's overshadowed. They don't get the love and respect that they deserve. No, you kind of map it out. You plan it out. So all of them get what they desire, and they deserve that.
Yeah. And I know you have a plan, and you always strategically kind of recruit guys from the Florida and the southeastern area for obvious reasons. Being on more of the West Coast, are you kind of shifting some of that recruiting to more West Coast guys, more Polynesian players like you played against a lot this year, more California guys, island guys?
I don't care where the guy is from. I want the guy to be the guy. Just be the guy. I don't care where you derived from. I can't critique you and criticize you from your beginnings. But I'm a Florida boy. You got to understand, I'm a Florida boy who also resides in Texas, also resides in Boulder. So the South is what I know. That's where I played college football. That's where I played in Atlanta for several years. That's just, I know those areas, and I know what's there. I'm more familiar with that. So when I talk about my Florida boys, that's just who I am. So I have a lot of love for that. But I played in the NFL as well as college with guys from all over the country. And football is football, man. Guys can play it. The football, I don't care where it is, what state you're in. Football is shaped the same way. The rules are the same. So right. I just want people that can play the game and love to play the game. I mean, love to play the darn game.
Exactly. I would say this, based off of my lives and watching the games and doing the play-by-plays. And of course, I had to critique the team in the best way possible that I could, from my knowledge and such. But can you tell us some things that you may be working on this year? Maybe some things that you have learned being a head coach on this level.
Well, don't say on this level. Head coach. It's not levels. It ain't. Don't minimize HBCUs. Don't minimize these high school coaches. Don't minimize, because all these college guys came from somewhere. I mean, all these pro guys came from somewhere. All these high school guys are trying to get somewhere. So I've seen some guys in high school that are unbelievable, man. I mean, really. And I've seen some guys in college that are unbelievable, and I've seen some guys that aren't. So you got the good and the bad at every level. It's just what your desires are. Some high school coaches, that's what they want. I mean, they're comfortable, they're happy with being where they are. But I've learned a lot about not only my patience, but understanding of the different positions and the different coaches. When you select a coach, you're pretty much selecting what you want from that position. Yeah. That coach's countenance, his makeup, who he is, how he articulates to his team, how he communicates with his players. That's what you want from the player. So just look at that coach and you understand what that coach wants from you. And you got to look at the head coach. And when he places a guy in that position, pretty much that's what he's wanting. And when he does not get what he wants, there's a disconnect and there's a problem. And that problem has to be addressed. So I've always been able to address the problems and the situations with staff, with players, as well as myself, wholeheartedly. And that's not going to stop.
Coach, let me throw this one to you. This time a year ago, we sat in that very office and it was just a chair in the middle of the room, nothing else in there. Right. So I want to talk about infrastructure and foundation. Last December, January, February, you had to learn your way around the building, let alone Boulder. Now that you've been there a year, how does that impact this year's process of off season? Because you're not doing those things anymore.
Well, you're much more comfortable and you're much more aware of what's what and who's who. I'm sorry. Who's who? I'm sorry. Who's who and how we're going to go about doing what we desire to do. But not only that, the people in the building understand who you are and what you're not going to tolerate and who you are in the realm of this is what he demands. This is what, not demanding on, it's going to be like this. Not like this is the way his life is. This is the structure that he has. So, man, I've learned so much. I learn a lot every day, but more so than anything, I'm learning about the different kids. Hey, baby girl. Baby girl just walked in. The different kids. Are those my shoes? They look real big.
They probably are, Coach.
Say hey, baby.
Hello.
Bossy.
Hey, that was a hell of a step back you did.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, but she didn't step back the next. It was 2 nights ago, right? 2 nights ago, she could have went viral twice. Yeah, but she did. She said she missed her shots.
Oh, but I told her I went to the home game and I told her I got a clip of her missing a layup in the layup line, but I didn't put it out.
Baby, is none of it is yours? So why she come in and steal?
That's Dogg.
Baby, put them down. Put them down. You're not getting them. You're not getting them. They're not. They do not have your name on them. Baby, everything you got on is mine right now.
No, it's not.
Only thing you don't have on is
mine.
Yours,
these shoes aren't yours. These socks aren't yours.
Well, you got them shoes because of me. How about that? The lashes are extra long, baby. Yeah.
I passed by her in the stands like 6 times when I was at the game. I didn't realize it until I looked at my video later. I was mad. I was like, I didn't even see. See her right.
Oh, you was on a documentary last night, baby, that we showed you. You talking about that's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother.
I was gonna ask also with the documentary premiere last night. Talk about the importance of that with recruiting. The documentary.
Oh, that's awesome, man. First of all, we're on television, man. Like we're on Prime Video. Like we're on television. We have a doc that's a highly rated doc, highly acclaimed doc. The ratings were crazy last year, even the Jackson. So we know where they're going to be this year. Mm-hmm. That's phenomenal for these young men to understand exposure. What these kids want, they want exposure. They want notoriety. They want eyeballs. I mean, that's what they desire. And we're trying to give them that. And that doc, I can't wait till you guys see it. It's phenomenal. Come in.
Oh, yeah, I watched some last night.
I'm on a video. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
During the okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You love that motto, ain't hard to find. I'm smiling already about to ask this. Why is Prime not hard to find? Like what makes this thing, the gravitas, pull that way?
I want people to understand I'm accessible, I'm reliable, dependable, and I'm here. When I say I'm not hard to find, that means you ain't got to look for me. Don't tell me I got a dog that want to play for you. Well, I'm not hard to find. You know, I got a son that he would love to be in your. I'm not hard to find. Like whatever you have, we're not hard to find, and we're going to try our best. Not only that you find me, that we find you as well. And this motto has been tremendous for us. I mean, we say that often, and I'm going to say it all day today because I know everybody and their mom is going to be calling to interview about this well that we just landed. And I'm saying, I told you I went hard to find, and he found us.
Yeah.
It's a little early my time, so I might have missed that if it came out in the news. So did that come out already, or could you say his name? Would that be breaking? Did I miss it?
No, you should have. You should have definitely missed it. Nearly check the line to make sure.
Let me see.
I'm looking up now. It's out, Coach.
Yeah, it's out.
It's out.
So can you read it to him so he can get it? So
yes, sir. Breaking news: 5-star plus O tackle Jordan Seaton has committed to Colorado. The #1 OT class of 24 chose the Buffaloes over Tennessee, Oregon, Florida, and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Someone who is going to work and compete immediately. One of the first comments was by Deion Sanders, and it said legendary.
Legendary. Right. Exactly what's being built over here. Now you got one of the big pillars on that offensive line just fell with Jordan Seaton joining you there. What's your pitch to a guy like Seaton? Come in and play right now. What is your?
We don't promise anything, my man. We don't do that. We talk about who he is as a young man. I want to know background on the young man, but then I want to know what's his why. Why are you playing this game? What makes this important to you? Where do you see yourself going? How are you as a teammate? Because a lot of these things have to fit. You know, a lot of coaches go out there and you'll claim these 4 and 5 stars and whomever, and they may not fit because of their personality. I know some people out there watching and say, well, it's a 5-star to fit. No. It don't always work out that way because you know the type of coaching staff you have, which we're old school based. We're old school. And our new O-line coach, he's old school. He played in the NFL for a multitude of years. He was very good at what he did, and he's very good at coaching this game and communicating with the youngsters, but he's old school. Right. So you want to make sure there's a tremendous fit. And we're not selling anything. We don't promise numbers. We don't promise playing time. We don't promise nothing but opportunity. That's what we promise. Opportunity.